Elon Musk has an ideology, the ideology behind his obsession with breeding. Here it is.
Elon Musk is the father of 12 children. I'm going to take you through his entire family, including some details about his current and former romantic partners. Elon's first child, Nevada Alexander Musk, tragically passed from SIDS when he was just 10 weeks old back in 2002. The rest of Musk's living children currently range in age from a baby to 20 years old. These kids were born to 3 different women. He had his first 6 with a Canadian author named Justine Wilson. Together they had Vivian, Griffin, Saxon, Kai, Damien, and Nevada, the baby who died in infancy. The next 3 kids were born with Musk's former partner, Grimes. They're the ones with the wild names: X-A12, Techno Mechanicus aka Tau, and Exa Dark Sidereal. There was some interesting overlap there, but the mother of his next 3 children is Siobhan Zillis. She's one of Elon's employees, the Neuralink Director of Operations. She had a set of twins with Musk and then welcomed a 3rd child early in 2024.
So Musk actually has 14 children. The video is kind of dated because we continue to find he has more baby mamas, and obviously, according to them, he still doesn't pay child support. Elon Musk, an advisor to President Donald Trump, is on a personal mission to counter decline global fertility. Musk has 14 known children on record with 4 women. The question is, what is it that drives a person to have dozens of kids, possibly even more than that? In Musk's case, Musk and other conservatives share a similar pro-natal ideology. The belief that couples need to procreate in a tizzy to tackle population decline is shared by quite a few people these days. Religious conservatives like Vice President J.D. Vance. J.D., I'm glad you're still there, J.D. Strongman authoritarian leaders like Vladimir Putin and Trump administration floating the idea to just give women thousands of dollars to get pregnant. There are different types of pro-natalists, okay? This is information you can use. IVF, all right? Elon Musk will create super babies. No IVF. These are the different pronatalists. No IVF, early marriage and childbearing, and outlaw contraception. Those worried about higher rates of fertility among undesirables, primarily defined by race, ethnicity, and immigration status. But when it comes to Elon Musk, Elon and other Silicon Valley elites promote where IVF tends to be used to select or create what they see as genetically superior children. Musk seems to be particularly concerned with his kids' genetics. You know, there was a guy named Hitler that studied on this same dynamic here, very concerned about that as well. You should read his research. Obviously, it will inform you if you haven't already done so. Tech pro-natalist. These are real belief systems inside of conservative ideology, okay? So tech pro-natalist believe people who have babies, quote, the old-fashioned way, will eventually produce a system where their children are inferior, quote, not as tall or prone to depression or less intelligent, end quote, at least compared to those who can afford to have genetically modified babies. Sounds like eugenic ideology, racist ideology based on the genes that you have inside of your body. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Racists talk about this all the time. White genes make you smart, they say. Y'all got to stop that. Like, man, Trump has exposed you. All right. Okay, so you as pro-natalist, they've been tied to some interesting dynamics. So put up the post, man. This is wild. In 2022, this cat Maximus posted, quote, doing my best to help the underpopulation crisis, a collapsing birth rate, is the biggest danger civilization faces by far. And at the time, Nick Cannon also chimed in. Right there with you, my brother. Cannon has 12 children. 12 children with 6 women, including 2 kids with Mariah Carey. A lot of super procreators are, they're typically ego driven when you hear their reason, believing the world needs more of them. Musk reportedly seems open to paying women to have his kids, quote, to reach legion level before the apocalypse. We will need to use surrogates. The tech CEO reportedly texted St. Clair while she was pregnant with his child, according to the Wall Street Journal. Can you put the statement back up again? I mean, to those who are in a relationship or seeking to be in one, if your significant other sent you a text that says to reach legion level before the apocalypse, we will need to use surrogates. Wait a minute, legion. Let's back up here, Elon. I know a little bit about the Bible. You say you're a Christian. Legion was the name of the demons that Christ casted out and put in the swine, the pigs that ran off the cliff. It's a whole story, man. It said, what's your name? It said, we're a legion. All right, Jackson.
Yeah, man, I love when we get to talk about Elon Musk because I have so much, I despise, I hate him. I know it's a strong word, but I legitimately don't like him. And he's just such a dork. He's so lame. And it's difficult to bring yourself to say that about an adult as an adult, but he really is. You know, it's like, I just, how many kids are you really gonna repopulate? How many kids are you gonna have? 1,000, 2,000? And how big of a dent would that even make? It's billions of people in the world. There's no real threat of us not going away based off that. We could wipe ourselves off through a nuclear war. We could wipe ourselves out because we don't do anything about our infrastructure for climate change. We can do a whole lot of that, but we're not gonna come to an end because people aren't having enough babies. That's just not a thing. Anthropologically, you look back in time, there have been times where first and foremost, there were other species of humans, but also for a very long time, there weren't that many of us. And we managed, you know what I'm saying? We managed to get where we are today. So with 8 billion plus people in the world, I don't think there's that much alarm for us going extinct off of that. I think Elon Musk is just a weird guy, and he likes having kids with people that he doesn't take care of afterwards, So
yeah. But Jackson, remember, he's trying to reach legion level.
Legion level, exactly. He trying to do it bigger than Genghis Khan ever could dream of. You know what I'm saying?
Right, there you go.
That's really what he trying to do.